But we struggle for democracy together, no doubt about it.
And of course, the other thing that's happened since you were last here is you lost your husband too, didn't you?
Oh yes, it's very sad.
What happened?
Because when they arrested, he was sick, and when they arrested me, they misbehaved with him. Since then, he became very sick, and as because I was in captivity, actually, then he was in the hospital. So after election, he became more, sick. So because of the illness, he died.
How has it changed your life?
Well, I am busy with my people, my work, but yes, I am alone. The loneliness is there,
Yeah.
but still, as because I am devoted myself to my people, so I am working, I am keeping myself busy with people's work.
And everybody writes about corruption in terms of several countries, but in terms of Bangladesh. Is that the biggest problem you face in government?
Well, the previous government, during BNP government, they indulged in corruption, nepotism, and also they encouraged the terrorism. That is really very big problem. But I can tell you one thing, since I formed government, nobody could accuse any of my ministers or any corruption. But the corruption, as because our country run by the military ruler, military dictator, so corruption become a big problem, no doubt about it. But we have been trying our best to face this situation and to work for our development, and we are doing it very well, because during our last economic fiscal year, our annual development project, we have implemented about 92%. It's a very good progress, very good progress. So we are doing well.
And how much of a problem is the Islamic extremists in Bangladesh?
Listen, the extremists are extremists. The extremists or terrorists, they have no religion, no border. Our government, we have taken very strong stand against terrorist activists. So we will not allow our soil to use anybody for doing any kind of terrorist activities. Though our people in general, they are very much secular minded, open minded, they are very generous people. So we are working together, because the terrorists always create problem for development, and I am really fortunate and I appreciate my people. They understand that, so they never give any kind of support to them.
Have you had your life threatened in the time you've been in the hurly-burly of Bangladeshi politics?
Several times.
Really?
Several times. Several times I faced this problem. And the recent one in 2004, 21st August, there was a grenade attack, but I was survived, but 22 people died. So the threat is there, but when you devoted yourself for the right cause of a people, you shouldn't think about it. God has given me life, Allah has given me life. When time will come, I have to go. Yeah. But as long as I am alive, I will work for my people. So I don't care for that.
That's really interesting. It's great to have you with us again, Sheikh Hasina. Thank you very much for being with us.
Thank you.
Most people will instantly remember him as Gareth from the award-winning romantic comedy Four Weddings and a Funeral. But Simon Callow is not a man of one part, he's a man of many parts. Among his many roles, he's portrayed Oscar Wilde, Charles Dickens, and so on. Last year, Simon brought Shakespeare to life in his one-man show, The Man from Stratford. This year, he's one of the playwright's characters in Peter Hall's production of The Twelfth Night. Simon Callow's here right now. And had you always wanted to play Sir Toby Belch, which you're doing in Twelfth Night, or have you in fact played it before?
No, I've not played it before, and I'd never had the slightest desire to play it. And everybody who has played it before told me, don't touch it.
Yeah.
It's a poisoned chalice, they said.
Right.
Because you just basically are part of a double act with Andrew Aguecheek in the first half, and in the second half you just have to motor the play, make the plot work all the time. So,
yeah.
But nonetheless, I thought, still, it's a great, great play, and it's a part that everybody has an image of, Sir Toby Belch. It's so wonderfully set up.
It's a clear, even Falstaff, in
Yeah.
another case, has a feeling that you feel he's large and
Yes.
just from the name.
Exactly, and belongs to our imagination.
Yes.
He's on our landscape. But in fact, of course, I underestimated the playwright completely. It's a fantastic part. It's been immensely thrilling to grapple with him. He's basically, Shakespeare, so often, as in, for example, King Lear, he anticipated all our understanding of dementia and Alzheimer's. It's uncanny how perfectly well delineated that is in Lear. And in Toby Belch, he's written an alcoholic. And it's absolutely brilliant. Every aspect of alcoholism is there. The inner anger, the sense of impotence and rage, the maudlin sentimentality, the physical recklessness, the intermittent sense of omnipotence that the alcohol gives you, all of that. It's all there as if it was a case study.
Oh, that makes it sound even better than one imagined. A very good thing. Tell me, what does that mean is your remaining greatest priority among Shakespeare that you would like to play?
I've played Falstaff twice already, but now I must play him again. I long to absolutely conquer that part because it's the greatest part, I think, that Shakespeare ever wrote. I'd love to have a crack at Shylock and at King Lear, and I'm at the age now to do it, but oddly enough, I've got a very scrappy record as a Shakespearean up till now. I've played Orlando in As You Like It at the National Theatre. I played Titus Andronicus when I was 27, which is not advisable, really, and I played Richard III on the radio, which is a challenge all of its own, because how do you suggest physical deformity on the radio?
Exactly.
I'm not sure I completely won that one, but anyway.
But they couldn't tell, really.
No. But what I have done a great deal of, is Shakespeare's sonnets. And when I was at the National in 1979, when we were doing Amadeus, at the same time as doing Amadeus, I did all of Shakespeare's sonnets, 157 sonnets, on one afternoon, which is, I think, unprecedented, and I hope nobody else ever attempts it again, because it nearly killed me. But it bred in me a lifelong love of these poems, which I think are the core of Shakespeare.
Did you expect Amadeus to be the huge hit it became?
Yeah,
You
absolutely.
knew,
It was rather like Four Weddings and a Funeral. The moment one read the script, one just knew this has inbuilt success, unless we completely mess it up. And Amadeus, of course, had a number of advantages. It was a play by Peter Schaffer, who had just written Equus and Royal Hunt of the Sun and was one of the most acclaimed dramatists on the face of the earth. It was about Mozart, which is a perennially interesting subject, and Paul Scofield was playing Salieri. So again, as with The Twelfth Night, which I'm doing at the moment, which is sold out immediately, so did Amadeus, almost instantly.
And, of course, Four Weddings and a Funeral is another. Well, I suppose that's the thing you're most famous for. It may not be your favourite role, I don't know, is it?
I loved it. I love playing Gareth. I think it was a very remarkable piece of writing. In fact, the whole film